Alright, you guys, I'm here. Whew. And it's cold. Blessings, you guys. And it's cold. And y'all, if y'all can see me right now, I am in layers with my boots, hat, scarf, gloves, 2 pair of pants, sweater, coat, thick shirt. It's cold. Because when I'm cold, I'm very, very uncomfortable. And so is a lot of people. Okay? So we're going to do this video. We're going to get into it. And let's go. Let's get it. When God makes you uncomfortable. And I had to figure this out because I just went through a little stage. Like right after Christmas. I was uncomfortable. Because, I was on the school break. That was fine. Like, that should have been something that I could have enjoyed. But I wasn't going to go anywhere. I mean, I could have did a staycation, but I was uncomfortable. And I didn't know why. When God makes you uncomfortable, He's making you uncomfortable because you got comfortable in something or with something or something that you are doing or someone that you are with. And He doesn't like that. So He makes you uncomfortable. So I'll give a few examples. But He makes you uncomfortable. It's just like, maybe you're at a job and you just like, oh, well, it pays the bills. I hate the job. I don't like the people. Everybody's this, everybody's that, but it pays the bills. And God knows there's something out there better for you. So He keeps making you uncomfortable. He keeps making you uncomfortable. These ducks are comfortable. I don't know why, because it's cold, but they're comfortable right now in this water. And that's what God has for you. Like, these ducks are comfortable in this water. So God knows that He has something more comfortable for you. That you don't have to deal with nothing like that. I'll give you guys a personal example. I did many jobs. And I love to do things that I have a passion in. And food is one of them. And I tried to do, and sometimes it worked. But what I do right now is where I'm very, very comfortable. I was so uncomfortable in the food industry. It wasn't anything to do with the food. It was the people. Not all of them, but it was the people. And going back to teaching was the best thing that God ever did. And He made me so uncomfortable. When I say I was uncomfortable, y'all, it was so many narcs in that food industry that I had to deal with every single day. And maybe that's something that you are also dealing with or dealt with. And God made you uncomfortable, and then you moved around. Maybe you started your own business. Maybe you got another job or promoted in that same job where you don't have to even deal with these people. Okay? But I felt like dealing with kids was better than dealing with adults that thought that they were kids, that behaved like they were kids. And I didn't have time for that. No. Nothing. I had no time for dealing with that. They were so disgusting, evil, and hateful. But dealing with kids, you guys don't know. If you got the patience to work with kids, it's like not just patience. They are so loving. Because you come in there and they run, they hug and love on you. And some of them, they got their problems, but majority of the time, it's just a good day. So God made me uncomfortable, and now sorry guys, it's so cold. Now I am where I'm supposed to be. Okay? Maybe it's a relationship, especially with a nog. They make you so uncomfortable in that toxic ass relationship with their cuckoo, crazy ass lifestyle. Okay? Just make you so uncomfortable to the point that you just can't take it anymore. You just can't take it anymore. Same thing. My example, being with dogs, especially the last two and the most evil, and they never go away. They're always there, lurking and stalking, even when they moved on. That's the part right there. But God got something for them. They won't stop. If they think, especially most evil, if they think that you think that they're gone and they're moving on and they're happy or whatever, you don't give a damn about what they got going on. But for some reason, they always doing something and lurking and spying into your life and stalking you. And the other person may not even be aware. They never go away. And that makes you uncomfortable. But you was uncomfortable when you was with them. But as long as you're not with them, anything that they do that makes you uncomfortable after, you can deal with that. You can clock that, crash out on that. Because there's nothing they can do when they have to deal with the consequences of what they're doing. They had to deal with the consequences of you leaving, but they didn't want to. They thought you would never leave. They made your life so miserable, so unhappy that you didn't even want to live anymore. And that's what they want, okay? That's what they want. And when God makes your life uncomfortable, he's telling you that's not the person that you're supposed to be with. And you be thinking it's God sent because of the love bombing when you first met them and whatever you thinking they're doing that's making you happy, that you're thinking you're happy, until you just can't take it anymore because God's showing you that that's not who he wanted you to be with. So he's making you uncomfortable. He made you uncomfortable to the point you had to leave. You're thinking you just, I'll just stick it out. I'll just stick it out. I'll just be uncomfortable until this person is, gone, whatever. But they can outlive you. Do you want to live your life, your whole entire life being uncomfortable? I'm out here freezing just to do this video. I'm uncomfortable, but I'm going to be comfortable when I go back in the house. And another thing, when you got, these family members or adult children that just live on you, and they think that they can just live on you, won't work, won't do nothing, won't clean, won't pay no bills or nothing, except in the same as these homosexuals that you let live in your house. They're comfortable, but you're not comfortable because you have to clean up behind them, pay the bills, and they're running up the bills, and they won't get out of your house, and they're disrespectful, and they're not listening to any rules or anything. They're comfortable, but you're uncomfortable. And God is making you uncomfortable with that situation because God is like, that's not your job. We cannot get on our assignments. We cannot get on our journeys when we are uncomfortable. God don't like that. God don't like that. You got to learn that when you are uncomfortable, you have to figure out why you're uncomfortable, and you have to rid that situation. No different than being sick. Nobody's comfort when they're sick. You're doing everything to get better. And these people are making you sick. These situations are making you sick. You got to understand that life ain't about anyone else but yourself. If you are a parent, you did what you had to do, and they're grown and they're gone. And thank God if they're good and you did a good job. And some parents did a good job, but some of these kids do what they want to do. But they got to get uncomfortable. And they got to understand why they're uncomfortable. That's not your problem. Okay? Nobody wants their kids uncomfortable. I understand. But anybody else, jobs and past relationships, I don't give a damn. They gonna need an emblem. They can sit out here in this damn cold right now while I'm freezing. And they can sit out here and freeze their ass to the point their ass fall off. I don't give a damn. They gonna need an emblem. Some people think that they can live their whole entire life living on other people, making other people uncomfortable, and thinking that they are entitled to that. I'm going to end this video because I don't want to go into anything else that's going to make it longer. But ending these situations can be very, very dangerous. Even a job, kicking out someone, leaving a relationship. I saw a video today where this woman left a relationship, and the most disgusting thing this dude did. And it's always an XY. Don't get me wrong. Women do it too. That when you're done with them, they want to make you more uncomfortable. Way more uncomfortable. And destroy your things. Because they destroyed your life and there's nothing else they can do when you're done. So they're going to destroy your things. Okay? See how these ducks are moving? To a better situation. Maybe this side wasn't that good, but this side was. They just want to make you unhappy because they know that they're unhappy. They're not happy. They're unhappy. And they want to make you uncomfortable because they know their whole life is going to be uncomfortable. So, that's my video, you guys. That's my video. And I hope this resonates with someone. I really do. And I'm going to come back in with another one. I have to do a redo because the sound was not working. But I'm going to do a redo on another video. But with that being said, God bless you guys.